Welcome to this episode of Caesar Clubbing. I'm Caesar Sear, and I'm here to give you some high-energy songs for all your musical needs. Songs on the channel will typically be pre-2000s. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons to stay in the loop. I do have a Ko-fi and Buy Me a Coffee pages set up if you like the channel and want to donate to the cause. If you prefer, I also have a variety of official channel merchandise available at Redbubble, TeePublic, Spring, and Threadless. All the links will appear below the video. Feel free to comment and recommend any songs or artists that you want to hear in the future. Where possible, I plan on using and including the official artist and video links in my reactions. I encourage you to do the same. Please stream and download your music using your favorite legal websites. I feel the best way to appreciate music and musicians is to see a live performance, so please support your favorite local music venues and artists when they come to your town. Friends, Romans, and countrymen, lend me your ears. Today we'll be going back to 1979 to enjoy a classic from Kiss called I Was Made for Loving You. I Was Made for Loving You is a song by American hard rock band Kiss, originally released on their 1979 album Dynasty. It was released as the A-side of their first single from the album. I Was Made for Loving You draws heavily from the disco style that was popular in the late 1970s United States music scene. According to legend, the members of the band were in conflict with their producers who wanted the band to shift to a more commercial sound. In response, the band argued that lucrative disco songs could be written by literally anyone in a short time frame. The story goes that the song's demo was completed in mere hours after the bet. While the story is unconfirmed by the band, Paul Stanley, who co-wrote the song with Desmond Child and Vinnie Poncia, has stated that it was a conscious effort on his part to prove how easy it was to write and record a hit disco song. I Was Made for Loving You was the band's second gold single, selling over 1 million copies. The single was certified gold in both the US and Canada in August of 1979. The song was one of the band's few singles to chart in the UK in the 1970s, peaking at number 50. The single reached number 11 on the US Billboard Singles Chart and number 1 on the Canadian RPM National Singles Chart, which was the band's second chart-topping single in that country, following their other hit, Shout It Out Loud. It further became a hit in Australia, reaching number 2 on the Kent Music Report in 1979, and in New Zealand, topping the Rion's Singles Chart. It also charted in Western Europe. It became a top 20 hit in Sweden, a top 10 hit in Norway, and a number 2 hit in Switzerland and West Germany. In France and the Netherlands, it reached number 1. In the UK, stalled at number 50. Some Kiss fans dismissed it as a sellout song. But despite the backlash, the song has become a concert staple over the years, with a different arrangement that de-emphasizes the song's disco elements. Gene Simmons has stated that I Was Made for Loving You is his least favorite Kiss song, and Ace Frehley and Peter Criss have also indicated that they dislike the song. And here we go. now let's take a little mid-song break. As you can hear, if you're familiar with some of Kiss's other more rock themed songs, you definitely hear the disco influence, the fast bass line of Gene Simmons, the lots of hi-hat cymbal action, which is very typical of the disco sound of the era, although played with conventional instruments versus a more, electrified keyboard type instrumentation. And personally, I've seen the band. This video does a good job of capturing the kind of spectacle of the band live. Personally, I've seen them at least 3, possibly 4 times in person, and they always put on a great show with the theatrics, the makeup, the lots of pyrotechnics and stage presence, the costumes, and it's quite a show. So unfortunately, they've stopped touring together, so you will not be able to go out and see them anymore, but I encourage you to check out some old live performance videos if you get the chance. And I got caught up in the band's hype early on. I remember when I was a young boy, a friend of mine had an older brother who was kind of preteenish, and he got us hooked up in the Kiss hype train and all the the toys and the comic books and the marketing machine that Gene Simmons helped mastermind behind the scenes. That really got the grassroots movement of the band going, even though some critics were not too enthusiastic about the gimmickry and the music itself. So let's continue. And that was Kiss. I Was Made for Loving You. And another interesting fact, as you can hear, Paul Stanley has a great voice. And it's easy to hear how he has kind of a theatrical type voice and versatile range with a falsetto and his normal singing voice. And I actually had the opportunity to see him perform in an actual live theater situation in my city. They were doing performances of Phantom of the Opera, and towards the end of the show's run, they had a bunch of celebrity guest singers perform the title role of Phantom of the Opera, and Paul Stanley came and he was one of the guest celebrity phantoms, and he did a great job performing the role of Phantom of the Opera in an actual theater performance of Phantom of the Opera with a full special effects and everything in a classic theater type setting. So that was a real interesting experience to see with somebody you knew in a more rock and in this case disco type environment, singing in a theatrical type setting. Very unique experience. And So thank you very much for dropping by. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed your visit. You can support the channel by purchasing official channel merchandise on Spring Redbubble, TeePublic, Threadless, or through my official Ko-fi and Buy Me a Coffee pages listed below the video. I was made for loving you. You were made for loving me. Can't get enough. No, I can't get enough. I was made for loving you, babe. You were made for loving me. Please support your favorite artists, live music venues, and I will see you soon.